What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, well, actually right now, we're just gonna go to a hardware store, and hold on, let me get inside the light. We're gonna go to a hardware store and see if we can find a heater for the garage. It's winter time here on the East Coast, so obviously it is freezing. It's probably not too bad right now. It's probably about 40 degrees right now, but normally it's in the 20s, 30s, stuff like that. So I get tired of working in the cold, so let's go try to find something to warm this place up. And speaking of warming up, one of my favorite things about the Buick remote start, keep it warm. So let's go to the store, see what they got, see if we can warm this place up a little bit. So this is all the options that they have for heaters. I'm really looking for a electric one, but I'll probably just end up doing a propane because they look like they heat better and won't run up my energy bill. So I'll probably end up going with this one. This one hides the tank inside of it. Decent price. This is too small, That's a 1 pound tank. This is 2 1 pound tanks, so might as well just go with the 20 pound tank for all of that. Cool little joint. So hopefully that works out for me, and I can be out here a little bit more often, you know, heat it up a little bit before I come out here, and then be out here more often knocking stuff out. So we'll see. Switching gears real quick, I got some a couple things from Vibrant Performance, a couple fittings in the line so I can start my power steering system. This is a 6AN male and a M16 by 1.5 adapter. So I'm gonna try this fitting in the power steering pump. Hopefully it fits. So let's find out. All right, there's the power steering pump. See if it threads. Oh my God, it's threaded. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Big time excited. Oh yes, that is beautiful. With the crush washer, oh, that's gonna be great. Damn, look at that. I can finally start this baby up. I actually have another one that I'm going to use on the power steering rack. So I'm going to be using these Vibrant Performance AN fittings from the pump, high pressure side of the pump to the high pressure side of the rack. And then I have some Vibrant Performance PTFE hoses and the AN lines. I think I got the 90-degree right angle ones. Oh yeah, and for future reference, now that I know that they fit, if you have a 1UZ or 3UZ, not sure about the 2UZ, but the ones with the banjo fittings, the thread pitch in there is obviously M16 by 1.5. I know that there's not a lot of information out there. I've been searching around for. I've kind of just been fishing myself, just like, does this fit, and stuff like that. So officially it is M16 by 1.5. And if you want to use Vibrant Performance number, the 6AN by the M16 1.5, the part number is 16619. At least that's what I got from Summit Racing. So there you have it. Hopefully that helps. I'm gonna get started on the rest of these parts for the power steering system, and let's just get to it. All right, so moving forward, earlier I put the fitting in the power steering rack and the power steering pump, and as of right now I am currently messing with the power steering line. I got a little adapter from Vibrant Performance. Let me show you guys here. So this is from Vibrant Performance. It is a Obviously, it's a right angle -6, but it's specifically made for PTFE. And for those who don't know what PTFE is, it is pretty much Teflon. So this hose right here that is attached to does have a Teflon lining in it. Let's see if I can get to the back side. And there is the back side of the line right there. You see that white center right there, that is the Teflon coating. With that Teflon coating, it pretty much makes the line high pressure, you know, worthy. It's a lot stronger. One thing nobody ever told me about the PTFE, or at least I never saw on YouTube or any information that I looked up, it's not that flexible. So it will curve, but sharp corners, because the Teflon is almost like a plastic, it will kink. So try not to fold it or wrap it around like really sharp corners and stuff like that, because it will kink. I will say this, using a Dremel is not ideal, as the Dremel creates a lot of dust. And as you can see right there, that's not really a straight cut. That's kind of cut at the angle. So use hose cutters, line cutters, whatever they're called. It's going to give you a better cut. Now, after you get your hose cut, make sure you put your end piece on. Make sure you do that first. And when you look at your PTFE hose, when you take this piece off of this, you will see this little ferrule. Take note of the shape. It is flat on one side, coned on the other. The cone end is going to go on the hose. And what you need to do is get the cone end in between the braided and the Teflon piece. So you kind of just try to get it in there, wedge it in there. And that's how it is. Get it in between, like I said, between the braided part and around the Teflon piece. And you can take a hammer or a piece of wood and tap this, make sure it sits flush. You want the Teflon to be all the way at the end. So, or bang it against the table like you saw me do right here. So my next step is I'm going to knock that Teflon like a little bit loose, and we're going to try to get this in there. I'm going to loop this up real quick and knock that out a little bit, make it a little easy. You get this piece all the way in, you can start putting the two together, thread them up. It's going to be tight, but that's what you want. They have special wrenches that don't scratch these up, but because this side's going underneath the car and I don't have those wrenches anyway, I'm just going to use regular old adjustable wrenches. One thing I did notice, you could use some tape, whether it be masking tape or electrical tape, and just wrap this around, or you can wrap the jaws of your wrench to prevent scratching it, or you can just spend a couple dollars and get the scratch resistant wrenches. It's in there now. Unfortunately, these like the regular AN lines, once you tighten these up, you can adjust it with the regular ANs, like adjust which way this faces. On the PTFE, you can't do that, so you're going to have to orient it whichever way it needs to be oriented, and it's just going to stick like that. That's just it. There's no way around it. But yeah, that's it. High pressure power steering line. So I'm going to go throw this in the car, and hopefully it somewhat fits. So it's been a couple weeks since that last clip. I kind of stopped working on the power steering system and I really started getting into the wiring of everything. I really wanted to get this thing, bare minimum, I wanted cranking. I wanted to hear the engine trying to crank over. So let me show you what we got going on over here. So lately I've been messing with all this. Just getting the ECU wired up to the body of the car. So I got the starter and everything. Well, not everything, but I definitely got the starter set up. Had to switch some things around, move some pins from one connector to another, get the park neutral switch going, get the starter relay going. I kind of wired in the gas pedal. So I fed it through the factory hole for the old drive-by cable. It's not exactly working how I wanted to yet, but the engine does crank over. So at some point I'll get the rest of it situated. I am really trying to get this thing fired up and at least running. This weekend, I'm just gonna go through and double check, make sure I do have fuel, make sure I do have spark. I definitely got ignition. And then at some point fix the gas pedal because none of this makes sense if the gas pedal doesn't work. I've been diving through wiring diagrams. So this is the one for the this is the IS300. That's a full diagram. This is some helpful tips for getting UZs wired and started. And then the back of this binder, I'll get all the way to the back. I got a 3UZ GS430 wiring diagram. So, yep. I wouldn't really say it was hard wiring. This is soft wiring. I kind of just took all the pins and just threw them inside the connector, threw some electrical tape around it, just to test things out. Like I said, the power steering system is not finished. It's halfway started. I did the pressure side. You seen that in the last clip. Down here, you can see that poking through. That's my power steering cooler. I kind of got that somewhat situated. Obviously I found a place to mount it. But I am going to run a line from here to the other side of the rack, and then from here to wherever I mount the reservoir up in the engine bay will be a just a regular rubber hose. Probably just go with a barb fitting of some sort. And then once those two things are situated, oh, one more thing. This chase base kit, the brake line kit, I don't like how it's kind of rubbing on the cylinder head back there. So what I did was I got another fitting from Summit Racing, and I got another Dash 3 AN line, PTFE line, and I'm gonna actually kind of like re-rock that, extend it a little bit, and just try to get that situated. I'm taking my time. There's no reason for me to rush. So hopefully, if you want those wiring diagrams for a 3UZ or the IS300, they're all over the internet, or I can send you what I got. In the next episode, we have a first start, and hope everybody is safe. Take it easy, get your projects going, and overall just have fun. I'll see you next time.